Welcome to the special news bulletin of Daily World TV. The latest news is that the government of India and Israel have signed a defense deal of 17,000 crores for medium-range surface-to-air missiles, a field in which Israel has considerable experience and expertise. Now, this has major implications for the regional security of India and for many players in our immediate vicinity. Countries like Pakistan and China may not take kindly to this deal at all, because what India has been lacking so far is actually surface-to-air missile technology. And with the Israelis giving India a shot in the arm, it is definitely going to upgrade India's defense status. Cal, what do you have to say about this deal, and what will its implications be for the local security of India, and how will it impact relationships with China and with Pakistan specifically?
Well, I think that this decision is long overdue, and kudos to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for doing this. Israel is now one of India's largest arms suppliers, if not the largest now. You're right, Ajit, that this has been a hole in India's military capabilities, surface-to-air missiles, medium range. Israel is one of the leaders on the planet in that technology. This is a much better decision than the decision to buy the Russian S-400 system, which Israel and the US figured out how to beat and defeat many years ago. So they bought a lame duck. In fact, Russia is only selling those systems now because they're moving on to the S-500, which is in a different class. It can shoot down missiles in space. The 400 cannot. So the reason that this is a great move for India is because if there is a war, it's not going to involve a lot of long-range ballistic missiles. Those tend to be reserved for really large payloads or nukes. Instead, it's going to be short-range stuff or medium-range stuff especially. You've got planes that are coming in, or drones or whatever. China is building the world's largest military drone fleet in the world. So this is a very good move. The missiles, considering what they can do and how diverse they are, can also be used on two things, both defensive and offensive purposes. So they'll give Pakistan fits immediately, because Israel, unlike Russia and unlike the US, will never sell weapons to Pakistan. The Israelis are moral about that. The US talks out of both sides of its mouth, as does Russia. Now, China is upset over a couple of things, certainly this deal, but they're also upset over the fact that in South Korea, the US is deploying anti-missile defense systems, which can render irrelevant anything North Korea fires, or at least some of it, as well as anything China might supply. And what China has done recently is they're pretending to slap North Korea in the face by refusing $1 million worth of coal. But, it's not a sincere effort. North Korea is a useful idiot country to China. They like to talk out of both sides of their mouth. So India has made a huge step forward with this purchase. They are going to have to look at anti-ballistic missile defense systems as far as the capability to shoot them down. They are working with the US and Israel on laser-based systems. And of course, this absolutely is a checkmate move for Pakistan, because Pakistan doesn't have an equivalent, not in these numbers and not with this capability. So we've talked about in the past about India having a Swiss cheese problem in its defenses and offensive military capabilities. If this was a piece of Swiss cheese, a hole has now been filled, and it's a very important hole. So Modi deserves all the credit for doing this, and it's just a fantastic move for those who care about India and its important, vital role in being a counter to Pakistan and communist China in Asia and the world.
Thank you, Cal. It makes a lot of sense what you're saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you.